Nah, I mean, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Melanated Tarzan, and I'm back at you again with another video. And this one's gonna be SS Pisces. I know this is the last one, and it took me forever to get this one, and people been waiting for you to do this forever. And sorry we keep you on waiting and shit, but I finally get into it, so we're about to get right into it. Ain't about to waste no more time. Get right into this bitch. So, what is Pisces? Pisces is a water sign, and it's a mutable water sign. And the ruling planet is Neptune, the planet of illusion and mysticism. So, um, what is a Pisces? A Pisces is the type of person that can fit into any situation or circumstance or into any group. A Pisces is like a sponge. They can absorb things. And when I say when I say they can absorb things, I mean like they can take on characteristics or traits. They can take on things from all of the zodiac signs, like or anyone that's around them or in this atmosphere. They can take on their characteristics or whatever vibe it is. You know what I mean? So a Pisces really needs to be in an area where they're in a happy, intellectual, like fun-loving vibe. If they're in an area or a vibration where it's down, or they're around someone or another sign that keeps them down, or that's always in a bad mood, it's gonna play off in their life because they can be easily influenced because they're water. They fill the cup that they're in. So if the cup has all these curves and jagged edges, they're gonna fit that shape because they're water. And if the cup is just smooth and it's just straight and it's a perfect cup, then they're gonna fit into that space. So if you're into a relationship that keeps you going up and down and roller coasters and your emotions are everywhere, it can cause a disbalance, or just like with any water sign, it'd be the same. You need to fit into a place where you're comfortable. You know what I mean? You need to fill that cup, you know? So they need an environment where they can thrive in that way, emotionally and physically. They need to thrive that way. What else? They can feel anyone's emotions. Like if they're like a Cancer. That's why a Pisces and Cancer can get along. Like even as like in a relationship or as friends, like they can get along. Well, a relationship is different. A relationship is different because if you have a Pisces and a Cancer together, sometimes it can be too emotional. Because if a Cancer, because they're both going off the moon phases, but the Cancer is ruled by the moon. So if a Cancer's going by the moon phases, the Pisces is gonna be right there with them. So if that one's moody, the next they're both gonna be moody because the Pisces is gonna absorb the feeling from the Cancer, and they're both gonna have the same type of feeling towards each other. So, but they need like a different sign to balance them out. So maybe like a fire sign, like a Sagittarius, or maybe even an Earth sign. You know, but I'm not going into the compatibility type shit. This is just talking about strictly the sun sign. But it feels all emotions at all times. Like it can be, someone can be sitting here, all of a sudden like a Pisces can be sitting here, all of a sudden they just feel sad for nothing. Like things will start going through their head and they just start to get sad and they won't know why. That's because they're taking on emotions from someone else, and that's because this is a very powerful sign. Like water is powerful. It takes on form and shape of anything that it gets around, or even like feels a vibration of. You know what I mean? Like it's a deep thing, man. It's not deep like a Scorpio deep, but it's deep like they're in the middle water. So yeah, watch out for that. It's hard, you know. It's hard for a Pisces to control their emotions because it's not just their emotions coming at. It's all emotions that are around them in their vicinity that is coming at them at one time. So if they're in a big group of people, it can be bad because they can absorb all different types of emotions at one time, and they can just hit them. They can just hit them. That's why you can see a Pisces as being distant or off in their own world, because they're not trying to be around most of the people, because they might not notice it, but they're taking in their emotions. They might be like, man, I feel different when I'm around other people, but that's because they're taking in all the emotions at one time. Maybe not at one time, but they're taking it in like, boom, there's one, there's another one. So if you're a Pisces, I suggest that you have a smaller group of people and that you take in these energies probably one or two at a time. Don't take in too many different energies at a time, because that can really fuck with your mental and your psyche, like for real. Like, so take in like small groups of people. Like have a friend chill one day and then the next day chill with a different friend, or maybe not even like that. Chill with a friend for a week and then chill with another friend for a week, or keep the same group of people around. That way you're not always switching around and feeling different unless you like to feel like that. But that just depends on any other aspects in your chart. So that's the thing. Pisces can be seen as someone that's ahead of their time, and that can also be played part because they take on all the attributes from every other sign. So when you see a Pisces, you see a mixture of a lot of people in one person. That's why it's like man, Pisces can seem like so advanced, just like in Aquarius. They seem like they're ahead of their time. They seem like they're far fetched off into a different world because in a way they are. And the world that Pisces is in is more of an illusion type world because they're ruled by the planet Neptune. The planet Neptune is ruled by is about illusions and fantasies, and sometimes that can be good, but sometimes that can be bad. The reason it can be bad is because you can get far off into that world, and you can overindulge into things that want to take. Or let me not say that. You can go far off into that world, and you can get off the path. You can get onto a path that doesn't make any sense. You can get onto a path where it's just leading you to nowhere. It can lead you down, or it can be good because it leads you into a path of where you need to go, a path of righteousness or whatever you think is right, whatever your perspective is on things. It can lead you into a good path, but it really just depends on the rest of your astrological energies in your chart. So, figure that shit out too. So, just don't, like I said, don't try to take too many energies in at one time because that could really fuck with you. Um, a Pisces is the type of person that could probably love to sleep more than being awake. And that also plays out with the planet Neptune because of the planet illusion. When they're dreaming, they feel like they're at home more than when they're awake. In this world that can seem like it's not real. In a way, this world isn't real, where everything is really holographic. And a Pisces kind of sees that these problems and things that they're going through aren't really real, and they feel that to an extent, but they don't want to go too far fetched because they know that people in reality will see them as crazy if they really say what's really on their mind. And really, they need to go into that world, into the dream world, go into the dark and pull that shit to the light and bring it out into the world. Because people want to see that. People like me, I would like to see that shit. Like whatever is going on inside of a Pisces head, like I would really want to see what's going on, like what's inside of a Pisces head. They're the type of people that are they're deep. They're deep. Like most people wouldn't think it's Pisces. Pisces are deep people. But let's see. Oh yeah, I was getting to this. They can indulge into things that take them out of this reality. So whether it be smoking weed or drinking or doing things that take them out of this psyche, or maybe even something like doing yoga or um, like something that takes them out of the realm and reality of this physical realm. So and meditation. It could be anything like that. They can overindulge in it too. Sometimes they can get too deep into it to where it causes I'm not talking about meditation. I'm talking about like other shit like smoking and drinking. It can cause them to go to higher drugs, maybe like doing meth or stuff like that. But it can be a gift and a curse because when they go into that dark world, not saying that dark is bad. When they go in, they can bring out things to the light. Like I said, you need to go into the dark and bring things to the light, and that could help you in this world, in reality, in this physical realm. It can help you. So go into the spiritual and bring things out into the physical. That's why Pisces are sometimes so much ahead of their time because they can do that. They can do that, but some of them will hold back from doing that because they feel like they'll be looked at differently or in a different way. And they shouldn't feel like that because it's deep. There's a lot going on in their mind. So um let's see what else. Um I'm pretty sure that's all I got about Pisces. I mean, really, they're just a sign that absorbs much about from every other sign or anyone that's in their surrounding or vicinity. Like that's I've said that already, but that's pretty much like that's what it is about Pisces. Whenever you say that, that pretty much describes everything. When they just absorb anything, I can go deeper into detail, but then I'll be here all day describing all the traits that they can absorb. But they can absorb anything. They can fit into any situation. They're like a chameleon. Like they'll blend in with the crowd if they want to. If not, if they pull the shit out of the dark and bring it to the light, they're gonna stand out. They're gonna be like a fly. They're gonna be like a fly in a glass of milk. They're gonna stand out. and that's good. I feel like that's good to stand out, but that just might be my Leo talking in me. So, I mean, whatever you feel like you need to do to make yourself comfortable in life, I feel like a Pisces just do what you do, cause do you, cause Pisces is one of the most interesting signs. And I think it's one of the most powerful signs because they can play different parts of the zodiac. They can be fire, they can be water, they can be earth, they can be all that. They can be all that in one. So Pisces is like a complete set. Okay, so if you don't know anything else about your zodiac sign, you know, go to Google, go to Cafe Astrology, it doesn't matter, and type in your birth date, your time, and the place you were born, and it'll give you a chart, and it'll tell you the planets that you have, and what how they play out in your life. And stay with my channel, and if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button at the bottom because I will be posting more. I'm starting from the beginning, the sun sign, like I just did all the sun signs. I did Aries through Pisces, and this is the last one. So after this, I'm gonna get to it, starting on the moon sign, and then after that, I'm gonna get to the next sign, and I'm gonna go deep. I'm gonna let you understand everything. I'm gonna get you to understand everything. I want everyone to know about themselves. So, you know, figure out your astrological energies. Keep your birth chart with you. Figure that out. You know, I mean, ask questions. If you have questions to ask, just ask them. You know, and your boy Melanated Tarzan's out. Stick with me. Subscribe.